Today I'm going to be reviewing Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown and let you know if you should pass or play. I'll be going over some of the plot in the game, so here's your spoiler warning in advance. I will also have some timestamps for different sections as well. Let's start with the story. You play as Sargon, one of the 7 members of a group called the Immortals. Very early on, the Prince of Persia gets kidnapped and you have to go rescue him. During your mission, you're betrayed by one of your friends and now must find a way to set things right. This premise is not necessarily new, but the way it plays out was actually enjoyable to watch. Most of the time you won't be talking to NPCs or seeing cutscenes, but when they do happen, they're straight to the point, which is very nice. The ending kind of turns into a Dragon Ball fight, which made me laugh a little bit, but once that part's done, you'll see the Prince of Persia return to the throne after finally saving him. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania game. If you enjoy those kinds of games, then you're going to have a great time with this one. An interesting feature they added is the memory shards, which can be used to take screenshots of the area you're in. This is huge as it helps you remember where some things are that you may want to come back to once you have the right abilities. The combat is simple yet deep, as you can pull off various different combos to dodge, parry, juggle, and slice your enemies. Different enemy types introduced throughout the game will make you use a different strategy, as they too can dodge and parry your attacks. When it comes to bosses, most of them will be much larger than you and you'll need to use all your skills and abilities you've learned up to that point to defeat them. Speaking of abilities, after several of the main boss encounters you'll receive a new time power that lets you move differently. Some of these include a dash ability, a double jump, the power to save your position and recall yourself back to it, and even the power to see into other dimensions. Once you unlock each of them, you'll use them on a regular basis, combining them to complete puzzles and defeat enemies. The puzzles in the game do get progressively harder to solve, but they're still fairly straightforward for the most part. I know there was a couple of puzzles I got stuck on because I forgot about some of my abilities, but once I remembered I could actually do something, then the puzzles were more about timing than actually being difficult. There's also some side quests you can find in the game by coming across certain NPCs. Once you complete them, you'll get good rewards that are very useful. Once you complete the main story, you can load your save and go back to get all the collectibles you missed, which is really nice as there's quite a bit. You'll get things like health bar upgrades, different forms of currency to upgrade weapons and amulets, which give you all different bonuses, lore items, and even more. In total, the game is supposed to last around 20 to 25 hours, but I feel like that's if you collect everything, as I finished the game at 17 hours with some exploring. Other than that, there's no New Game Plus or other options, so you have to start a new game over from the beginning if you wanted to try a different difficulty. Speaking of the difficulties, there are 4 different modes with a custom mode as well. Rookie is easy, Warrior is normal, Hard is hard, and Immortal is the very hard mode. With customization, you can tailor your experience by adjusting enemy health and damage, environmental damage, parry difficulty, dodge window, and Athra depletion rate. These allow you to make the game as difficult or as easy as you want it to be. I love that this is in the game and wish that more developers would have this as a feature. Not everybody enjoys games the same way, and that's okay. This lets you play the game the way you want to play and enjoy it. Overall, I really enjoyed this game and I want to go back through on a higher difficulty to challenge myself even more. It's one of the most fun experiences I've had playing a game in a long time, and I would definitely recommend picking this game up even if you aren't a fan of Metroidvania games. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, see you next time.